Okay, now we're going to go through the poses in Vitality. Ready? Down dog.
All right. Again, I can get my blocks for down dog.
Right leg forward, crescent lunge.
Crescent lunge is a lot like our warrior pose. We got to step through. The difference is, instead of keeping my foot flat in the back, I'm up on my toes.
And notice how his feet are vertical here. You want to try and push your heel up as high as it will go. For some people, that could be a little bit lower back, but the goal is to have it.
Arms up again.
Yep.
And again, if that's too much, nice little prayer hands.
Or you don't have to do this with your knee up. Try knee down. Yeah.
This is also a crescent lunge.
Yeah, that's a wonderfully restorative version of that. Great. Hands to heart center. Twist.
This elbow tends to put a little bit too much pressure down here. So if you just need to put your hand here on top of your knee, and just try to get your chest out as much as you can. Try to put your chest towards the sky.
Another modification for this is actually water wheel arms. For me, this actually feels more intense than the elbow hook, but it can also be a good, yeah, nice.
Crescent lunge.
Hands to heart center. Open out, warrior two.
So the foot comes down.
Yep.
Arms go out.
Yep.
And I'm a big knee locker. Again, try to put some water in your knees.
Nice. And here as well, notice how he's reaching forward a little bit. Actually want to come back slightly. Nice. Side angle pose.
All right, side angle is where blocks are really nice. I flipped around so you could see a little bit better. So, side angle, I put my elbow here, just so I'm not putting on my torso weight. I'm not supporting it all with my low back. Support here on my knee and reach up.
Yeah, so you're gonna wanna I feel this a lot in my hips and in my chest. There is another option that kind of gets crunchy in my shoulders, but we'll try it. Reach forward, this way. Yeah. So that's another option. Some people like that extension in here.
And if you don't want to put your weight on if you want to start getting a little bit more advanced, blocks, again, I can put my hand here, reaching up, and eventually when I start getting real good, my hand will touch the ground. I'm not that good yet, so I won't be touching the ground.
You're so good.
I'm great.
You are great. Plank.
Plank. And again, getting from here to plank is a little bit of a challenge. So for me, grab these blocks one leg at a time. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog.
Left leg forward, crescent lunge. And you'll want to scoop your tailbone under here. He has it already nicely scooped. And then hands to heart center. Twist.
And I'm just going to do a little twist. And that's good.
Back to center. Reach up and back a little if you can.
And when you start moving your gaze up, your balance is going to get a little bit wonky. So again, if that's too much, nice and forward, gaze forward.
Warrior two. Side angle pose.
Elbow my knee, reach up.
Plank.
All right, blocks again. Plank on my knees. Chaturanga. Up dog.
Down dog.
And while we were talking, we actually discovered that you could do a lot of this as well on one knee. So if you need extra padding, put some padding underneath this knee. And crescent, hands to heart center, twist, back to center, and then into chaturanga. Again, just one knee down, chaturanga, up dog, down dog.
Come to the front of your mat. Half lift, fold in, chair. You really want to, again, he's pretty well scooped, but for me, I kind of get banana back when I do this, so like my tailbone scoops out. Make sure that you're scooping her under. Nice. Hands to heart center, twist, either direction.
Now, normally we would try to get this elbow down here so we could really twist, put some extra effort into our lower back. So that's a lot. So just hands here, and even if that's it, okay? Or you could take this hand and just give yourself a little bit of effort with your hand here.
Back to center, twist. And notice that he's still keeping pretty low in here. It's protecting his back. Nice. Back to center. Fold forward. Grab your big toes. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Half lift.
I'm not gonna half lift because I can't do it. So if they say half lift, just again, release your toes a little bit and then back down.
What you could do, Logan, let me try something.
Okay.
So keep your feet a little wide.
Mm-hmm.
What if you bend your knees a lot while grabbing your toes? Like a lot.
Oh, nice.
You half lift to make your back. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Half lift. Now fold in. And again, the important thing has nothing to do with your hamstrings. The important thing for me is really just like releasing up in here. And so press down through your big toes simultaneously while you're pulling up. So you're creating a little bit of tension there. Just drop your brain. Yeah. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Good. Okay, gorilla.
Standing on our palms. Again, that can put a lot of pressure on your lower back, so feel free to bend your knees. If that's too much, just keep your hands on the side, you know?
Because once you, ultimately, it will kind of look like an O shape. Oh, that releases in my shoulders quite a bit.
That's good.
And I think something that is mentally important to this pose is that circular action. Because when I'm doing it, I like to think of my breath going through my body. So I'm wondering too if a modification would be bend your knees a lot. Yeah, how does that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah. Don't be too hard on yourself in any of these poses. Do what your body feels, and if you just want to sway there like kelp, like just sway there like kelp. That feels really nice also. So now we are moving into my favorite pose, the one that I've had the most struggles with, which is crow. Crow is most challenging because I was afraid. I was afraid of falling on my face, and I think it just took a lot of like mental exercise of showing up in the pose for like years, like 2 years of trying to show up in the pose and it finally clicking. But what I think expedited that was I even did it on my couch, like on a carpet for a while, but putting blocks in front of my face and just starting to get used to. First, put your knees kind of in your elbows, so you're gonna start in the down dog. Knees kind of here. Just really root down through your hands. And even if your feet don't lift the ground, getting used to this kind of feeling. Even here, just relying.
Nice.
Because that just gets you, for me, it's the floor closer to my head. And then you can start picking your head up. But blocks in front of my face did wonders. Still took 2 years, but it helped a lot.
I'm a sweaty guy, as you can see. So for me, a lot of it, I'm just slipping. I'm slipping too much on my arms or on my knees. So this towel will actually give me a little bit of friction on my knees. So I'm gonna sit here, a yogi squat, put my hands down, and this towel will give me a little bit of extra friction. So when I come up, go 1 foot at a time. Trying to keep my gaze forward.
Yeah, man, the move is 1 foot at a time.
1 foot at a time, see?
And you're doing, like he's doing crow right now, even with 1 foot down, he's doing it.
Doing a crow!
Now try and touch your toes together. Ah! And little did he know, he's actually doing the other modification for crow right now, which is Yogi Squat.
And Yogi Squat. If crow's too much, just get in your Yogi Squat. Hands to heart center. Nice prayer pose.
And Yogi Squat's actually one of the hardest poses for me. I have extremely tight hips. So what you want to do is keep your spine kind of straight. And I like to put a block there.
Again.
And this becomes a lot more accessible. And it's still, I feel quite the stretch in my
You're
hips.
still gonna feel it even if you're sitting on that block. Blocks are your friend.
Yes. And another modification for crow, this wasn't something that necessarily helped me, but I have a lot of friends who it's helped, is again, stacking blocks this way. I'm gonna start with one. And standing on your block to help you get there. So it's like almost like a little perch that allows you to just explore what shifting weight forward feels like. And again, you can
One
just
foot
do
at a
one foot.
time. It's coming. And that's a crow. And that's it. Let's move on.
Yes.